Thank you.
It feels my
Thank you for
soul.
coming here.
No, thank you for having me. Alright, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, okay.
I should do this.
Yes, it's fun.
Oh, I know. Then you do the.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hello, friends! Welcome to Music Nation Speaks, where we talk to musicians about their music journey, the impact of music in their lives, and also a little bit about the music scene. And today we have the one and only Janet Lee.
That's so freaking intimidating. What do you call this? A music scene.
Music scene, like our community, I think, and what's going on within it. When I say scene, it doesn't mean just musicians, but also the venues, the platforms that we have as well. Yeah.
I suppose the reason why I
Yeah.
always a bit intimidated is, even though when people ask me, oh, like, what's your profession? Like 2 days ago, I met property agent that I'm supposed to trying to rent a condo for my parents. They're like, oh, you know, profession. I'm a musician, and I was next to my sister. She's a piano teacher. She has a music school. I'm like a bit paiseh to call myself a musician because I cannot read music. I mean, I've come across a lot of charts and
Right.
scores and all that, but
Right.
I don't read and play.
Right, but why? I mean,
Why?
we'll come back to that, right? We'll come back to your backstory, but on this topic of not seeing yourself as a musician, even though you've been doing this for a long time, right? You have so much experience in this thing called music. Why do you think?
If you ask me, I would say I am a performer. I am a performer. I have some level of like acquired a little bit here and there stagecraft, and I can copy some sound. I can sort of sing.
Yes, you can sing.
So yeah,
Yeah.
a musician with someone who has mastery or some level of mastery over an instrument. I know vocalists, our instrument is the voice,
Yes.
but musician would be someone who, in the orthodox way of you know how to document and record things. Yeah, it's with notations. That's why I don't see myself as
Right.
yeah.
As a musician. But I think, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think, and I'm sure it's true also, you put so many hours into your craft, right? Yeah, but and that's
Because
Yes.
it's enjoyable.
right.
And you put your mind to something, irregardless what it is. It could be cleaning toilet. Could be
Sweeping.
cooking. Yeah. The zone lah. This is what they call the zone.
right. Yeah, and
Getting lost.
getting lost,
Getting lost in-
sideways.
Yeah. Smacking the garlic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they call it what, the flow, being in the flow, and then everything else just melts away.
Okay. So you would credit someone like myself who
Yeah.
doesn't sight sing or sight read and all that,
Yeah.
but having spent
So many hours.
so many hours on this craft,
right.
therefore you would see someone like me, a musician.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, notations are just one aspect
It's
to
a
it.
form of communication,
Right.
like telling this person who is not next to you to sing the melody and say this is how you do it.
Right. I mean, back in the days, 10,000 years ago, or like
Oral
2,000
history.
Right. Who wrote down notes, that kind of thing. So I think, yeah, that you yeah. But anyways, let's go back to baby Janet, or when Janet decided to start singing. Like, why did you start singing, and how did you discover your voice?
Well, how do we even, at which point? Singing or like copying and singing along to cassette has always been, I'm sure to a lot of people, it was a natural way of being. Yeah, since I was a kid. I think I was left to play to my own devices for a healthy amount of time because I'm the youngest in the family. So yeah, so that helps. So yeah, there was just a lot of singing along to my parents' cassettes, and yeah, I never joined the school choir. And when I first came to KL, I lived in USJ with my sister, who was a new mom, and I was attending college, and I remember washing dishes and singing along a lot.
Yeah.
And then
Where were you from?
I'm from Taiping.
Oh, wow, up there.
Up there.
Up there lah, up there. Taiping, right?
2 hours and 45 minutes away only.
Ah, okay lah. Same lah, like
Up
Kuantan also.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Okay.
Two-
Why
two
you?
and a half
Oh, why
hours.
did you have that reaction? Like,
I thought you were from here.
Oh,
Oh.
no lah.
Oh.
No,
No.
I don't know. Oh, I have you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The behavior that is like kind of no lah.
City.
Like I'm here, I have my own place and living alone. No, not with parents. That's not a very. Oh, hang on. What does that say about the people in KL? Like they all stuck with
Parents.
but no, you staying with your
Siblings.
but not with your parents,
No,
right?
my parents are in Kuantan. Yeah.
There. Okay, fine. Okay, same. Okay, different.
Yeah.
Right.
So you found joy in just singing along.
Yeah, so school days, but singing using enjoying singing to something with something is always been there since school. And high school, you know, I'm sure all of us, I don't know, I mean, we have that age gap, but it was time when Galaxy magazine, and then you...
It was my time. Yeah.
Okay.
It was my time.
Back in the day when you have exercise book, or like you buy those newspaper or like magazine with
Galaxy
lyrics.
magazine,
Yep.
yep.
And then you cut out and then
Yep.
you glue
Yep.
the damn lyrics because there was no Google, like you cannot Spotify and check your lyrics. You sit there and then you take to the school, and then December.
Posters also.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And then what, the mixtapes and all that. So singing has always been part of my school days, and but I got serious, I suppose, in year 2000. Year 2000, what was I doing? I went to I started singing class,
Oh.
like, yeah. See, I told you I'm gonna be like all over the place.
It's
one.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after the interview, I'll be like, yeah, why did I tell them in that order? Why
doesn't
wasn't I more professional? Like, you know. But anyway,
Yeah. Singing class.
it's always been there. It's just that
Yeah.
it's always been there. There was day jobs, and only in 2005 when I decided to dive head in to leave my job. So during college or before, or like I joined a choir. I auditioned and joined the Opera Fest Children's Choir and started actually really performing with the Children's Choir in 1996 when I was still living with my sister in Subang.
Wow.
So that was when I know about American Songbook,
Right.
ragtime band, like all the Gershwin and Cole Porter stuff with bunch of kids,
Yeah.
like bunch of like boys, like still singing in soprano voices, and then I was and learning how to take bus from Subang, the commuter, and walk all the way to Bukit Nanas Convent
Oh man.
for the weekly choir rehearsal. But those were the days. It was pure joy. It's,
And the simplicity of it, right? Just like going, attending every week.
yeah, getting scolded by Mrs. Kam, getting to know, hearing back then the legend, the one singer and the ex choir member that they talk about is Ong Ying Long. Then like that's Peter Ong, who is now like one of my closest friends from the music scene. Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah.
Learning. That's where I met Nelly Ng. That's where I met so many people. Joel is my neighbor, and he works in KLPAC. He's a designer, and he's a showgirl like me,
Yeah.
part time.
Wow.
So then day job came
After college.
Yeah.
What
after
were you
college.
doing in college? What were you
Marketing.
Ah.
I was just talking to Amian and Winnie, the Shanghai Sisters, over lunch today that girls like us, both of them studied mass comm too. Because
Yeah.
I suppose communication was something that I thought I would be going to do in college and all that, but like it was like too expensive for my dad. Like, yeah, I'm not from not like those very privileged. So I did marketing. Like, yeah, didn't get anywhere far with that, but I got my first like a proper job with Citibank selling mortgages
Wow.
for 2 years and 4 months.
Oh,
Crazy. I learned how to use a calculator after a lot of pain.
mortgages.
Gee, really, yeah. Can you imagine that? Yeah, basically I did sales. No regrets. I feel that selling, being able to hold down a sales job, even though you're bad with numbers, I should give myself a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Now
it
I con people
explains.
into signing up mortgages with Citibank. And what did I do after that?
Yeah.
After that I was in PCOM. Was that even my second or third job? I was in Persatuan Industri Komputer dan Multimedia, Malaysia.
Oh,
Yeah.
doing what?
I was a membership executive.
Oh.
So it was admin and a bit of marketing, but I
Yeah.
was still young, so everything was learning on the job, learn on the job, and basically learning how to. I remember the first week I was just always falling asleep because it's a 9 to 5 thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Tell me about it.
But all of these, office and corporate environment, like gave me so much of these skills that you wouldn't otherwise learn or get if you are. I don't know. I can't say for other people because this is my journey, and I feel that for what I do now, day to day, as a show producer ish, and my own self-managed artist, and working with ensemble, it gave me so much of that.
Yeah.
Just all those unglamorous but very practical skills.
Yeah. I remember the first, we were talking about it just now, like the first time I met you, a little bit of the intimidation comes from you carrying yourself super well. Wow. You know? Yeah, like...
But this is, what were you watching me on a show,
Yes.
Nerofico,
yeah. That place was legendary to me because that's where I met
back in the day.
everybody. And it was the last, like, proper place. I'm okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, the last
yeah.
proper place, you know. They have
This
like...
is the Damansara Heights one, right?
Yes!
I know.
They closed down, you know. So you're walking around after your show, you were just like, my name is Janet, like this is da-da-da-da. You have a name card properly, everything.
Oh my
You dressed so nicely. You talk so well. And I was like,
Hustler!
Yeah!
This is the sales girl, rocks! I've done a 2.5 weeks jobs of cold canvassing, like direct. Back in the days, remember guys? Back in the days, I don't know, maybe you guys are too young to know.
Yeah.
They used to sell discount cards for restaurants and stuff. Get psycho people, suckers, usually very young people, to walk. They still do it. I mean, people that walk from table to table at restaurants to like selling, but not these discount cards anymore.
Yeah.
Now they sell you calculators and like fancy pens and towels and shoes. But back in the days, it's like, hi guys, I'm so sorry to interrupt your lunch, but I have a great deal with you. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll explain to you. They sell you restaurant discount cards, and they tell you what are the perks. Yeah.
Oh. Is that a scam?
No.
Oh, okay. It's a legit thing.
Yeah, it's a legit thing.
Oh,
It's called direct marketing. Basically, they have all these promotions. But now you have, what do you call that? Passes?
Don't know.
What do you call this? Now you have those coupons.com, blah blah.
Yeah. Itigo or whatever.
Stuff
Yeah.
yeah. Back in the days, suckers like me, but the pay was really good if you're like really good in
hustle.
selling.
Ah.
Yeah, they teach you skills like you interrupt people, but how do you get them to?
Suck them in.
It's your tone, it's the way, it's your position, it's your
Right.
posture.
Your body
They say go
language.
lower than them, so that they don't feel intimidated. Like,
like
if
that.
that's very scary because you're like, I'm trying to eat my chapan, and then you're like, so
Right.
you go lower, then they're like kind of like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. and then you sound excited, speak slowly and clearly, and then you always nod.
And they will
That would be
follow.
a wonderful. That's a wonderful plan for you and your girlfriend, and like you can double date, and then the minute you order 2 sets meal, you get the third and the fourth one for free and all that, and what a great way to spend your Friday night, blah blah blah.
And then you always nod.
Yeah.
Man, we don't give those people enough credit because they are going directly to people and they always get turned down. Imagine the amount of rejection. But that also comes back to us being musicians.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
what Shixiang say, we are lucky or unlucky how you see it, because like a writer or a painter, you produce the work, you put it there, and for us, but performance artists is we get immediate response.
Yeah.
So you know you're doing the right thing, or like you know you're shit, or like it's I don't know. We're talking about sales and my day job and how I started.
Yes. Okay, so from sales, you went into... It's good. This is why conversations like this are it has to be long form.
This is a bit like when you search for something on YouTube.
You get it. You click
Or like you're
something else.
reading articles, you're like, oh my god, that sounds interesting.
Bookmark,
Open
bookmark.
tab in a new,
And then you have 20 of them.
and then you have 20 and like, shit, it's time for bed, it's 3 a.m. and I'm like, I'm still reading. But I like what I learned from Celeste, you have to check her out, Celeste Headley, American broadcaster. She's a professional opera singer. She check out her video called "Don't Find the Dream Job, but like find your mission." Yeah, because she say it's end of the day about knowing what you enjoy doing, what you're good at, and it doesn't have to come with the job title first. So I suppose it's communicating. For me, when you ask me what I do, like how I see what I do is as a performer, because it's communication.
Yeah.
That's why Winnie and Amian said, they studied mass comm. I guess we're just a bunch of we're just bitches who like to communicate.
No, to express.
To express.
Yeah. Right?
And to connect. And also Celeste Headley also said that wisdom from other places she learned is when you're talking, you're not listening. When you're talking, you're not learning anything.
Right.
Because you're just like, I know this.
Right.
So conversation is...
There's a back and forth.
Yeah, you listen to...
Yeah. And
I know, but today is just me talking.
Oh, no, yeah, because
like,
it's all about you today. It is. It really is.
Hashtag so intimidating.
No, but one thing also, I started this because I wanted to know I wanted to be a better listener and not just interject halfway through, things like that. Yeah. And just sit down and be in the presence of someone that I'm curious about, genuinely curious about, right? Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing, yeah. And so from quitting your day job, like what made you say, nope, this is it, I'm done with 9 to 5, let me try this music thing?
I quit the last day job in 2005, just before August. And then so August, it was Merdeka month.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. After I left PCOM, it was also 2005. And then I spent 4 months, immediately I went to the next job. Back then, because my best friend Chong Si-ming, she said, hey, got this opening. I'm also quite into fashion, like styling stuff and all that. So she said, that was already my 4th year in PCOM as a membership executive. It was a very steady job. The environment was good. I have amazing colleagues. But essentially, as I age, I'm reminded that I'm doing something that is a bit like the departure from what I feel very connected to, that is music and fashion. So when Si-ming told me, hey, there's an opening, they're looking for a booker in a modeling agency. A booker is someone who books the talent. That like coordinates, book talents, book the models. So I'm like, booker? People always make fun, like, what are you? You're a booker? Like a hooker?
They have a they have brains of 10
Yeah,
year olds.
yeah. So 4 months of in a totally new environment, but it was so exciting. I was meeting fashion stylists and
Yeah.
like meeting celebrities, just just seeing how things work. But those were, I always look back and think those 4 months were very, very humbling, and also very kind of like a, I don't know, I don't have the word now. It sets you, it makes you see all that glamour and all that. It grounds you, and also reminds me, and also inform me that celebrities and all this glam and stuff is essentially we all shit the shame way. That's what Mia Palencia told me. I was like, Mia! I remember telling her at Moon Bar after jam, like, my God, Mia is here at the jam session. Even though we're friends and colleagues, like I work with her in productions, I still go like, your songwriting and all that. She's like, Janet, just remember, we shit the same. It's jam. So what? Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
Like Brad Pitt?
Yeah. We all still shit.
Yeah, we shit. And we get hungry.
Yes.
And then we get grouchy.
Yeah.
So why I quit, I remember also about the same time when I was working in Look International. Before that was Elite Models Malaysia. I auditioned and I got into KL Pack's like first, sponsored by Maxis.
Oh.
Musical was Pygmalion, the musical. So during the day I do my day job at the modeling agency.
Yeah.
And then at night I go into a night, like a daily rehearsal in KL Pack for Pygmalion as an ensemble.
Yeah.
One of the chorus girls, there were 5 of us.
I see.
So being in a new job, took a pay cut, having to learn everything new from scratch. And at night I'm trying to memorize and learning a very, very interesting, quirky music, Pygmalion the musical. So it was very stressful, but I was young and fearless, and I didn't know. I just remember like not having enough time to do my laundry and all that. But it was very exciting time. Then I started dreaming, like nightly, kind of like back then. I don't even know whether it's nightmare or was just. So I would be dreaming about models,
Oh no.
like lyrics, and then my boyfriend, then my best friend, friends from theater,
Yeah.
like models, like rushing. Then yeah, it felt weird. I thought this is a bit, because every night, that kind of dream. Then back then I didn't know this is called stress. And then
You cannot even when you're resting.
just too young. I guess I was just not informed. Like, oh, this is stress.
Right.
And during my first review after 4 months with my boss, of course, having conversation with the Simei, my best friend, who is a bit like my 大鬼头. She's like my 姐姐 lah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. She's like, I think you should just quit. Just quit your day job and like just be a full-time showgirl. Like, I'm like, how? How am I gonna
Survive.
survive?
Yeah.
Rental, eat leh?
Yeah.
She's like, okay, do exactly this. Chang Siming is like Job Street. She is like the she worked in Job Street and she was in the oil and gas. She is what people back then. She interviews people. People call her the people connector. So she has a flair. She's the hustler lah. She's a hustler. She still is. Print a new name card. And print new name card. Go to every party that you know. Tell everyone that you are now a singer. Tell everyone. This is back in the day of no Facebook. There was just Friendster or something.
Damn.
And the days of first Tuesdays. Back in the day, they had this networking event every first Tuesday of the month, and at different place in
Yeah.
KL. Like people go there and then you stick a name. Like, it's like a
meet up.
networking. Yeah, meet
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
actually meet up.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
talk to strangers and tell them what you're doing and see how it connects you to your next, I don't know, break or like just make friends.
Yeah.
So I did exactly that. Wow. Oh yeah, but very nervous, and I put up a blog spot. I put my bio up.
Damn, dog spots.
Like
Yeah.
song list, all the songs I know. Yeah. But I've already done one gig before I left. In year 2000, yeah, this is kind of like an offbeat story thing.
Yeah.
I think before I quit my day job, Joe Sidek, the Georgetown Festival director, I'm not sure whether he still is Joe. I met him when I was doing Turandot, the opera production as a chorus member. I met him there. He was a costume designer, and years later I bumped into him. We exchanged contacts, and he just out of the blue, when I was still working in Picom, like, hey Janet, I know you know a lot of people in the music and all that. My friend from the events is trying to look for like an act, like jazz singers or like an act to sing at a watch launch, very shishi event.
Very poshy.
I was like, yeah. Somehow I got the idea of, I gave him 3 codes.
Yeah.
My job was to help him to connect with singers. I gave him 3 codes. I put myself, Zalina Lee, and Cheryl Tay as the third act, like the third code, and they picked us. We're like, huh? So overnight we have to like take
Videos.
photos,
Yeah.
and no need. They didn't ask for show reel back then. They just like what is your name? Like what song list? So we have to like have actual set list.
Right.
Yeah, like wow. Why am I telling you this story?
I mean, that's how you get started,
Gig,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So in 2005, when I decided when Seeming said do that, I talked to my partner Justin.
Yeah.
And like, quit
Yeah.
And they say, yeah, we will hold your hands. Just
Jump.
just jump, and like, yeah, we'll help you with your rental. Just promise that you'll work very hard,
For it.
work your ass off,
Yeah.
and so yeah, no turning back.
Yeah. But isn't it so impactful to have people who believe in you like that as well? Like they're like, yeah, we can
Definitely,
help you with
these two friends are like instrumental to that. At least the first step.
everything. Yeah.
Because if Seeming hadn't said things like, just quit, I think you need to quit. You're not getting any younger. She said you need to just,
Damn.
yeah. So
Oh.
she's the
Yeah. The wake up call. that
the
you
wake
needed.
up call.
Yeah. And after that, what was the first? How?
Gee. Like so,
How
I was
was
still
your-
after I quit. Of course, I went back to Pygmalion. Then the show happened. It was October of 2005, and about the same time, I also started. I was going to right after that production. Actually, during that production, I was actually already kind of engaged in Saida Rastam's M the Opera, a modern opera, contemporary opera
Wow.
that she wrote,
Uh-huh.
and it was directed by Joe Kukatas, and we worked with, there was Michael Virapan, who was one of the music directors. There were 2 music directors. There was Roland Pillman from Australia,
Oh, man.
Michael Virapan. There was the Malay musicians. It was
Yeah. A
We-
big thing lah.
very big thing. It's
Yeah.
it's basically a production ahead of its time. The music is ahead of its time.
Right,
But
right,
it's So when Saida knew that I quit my job,
Yeah.
and she said, "Hey, since you're rehearsing as an ensemble do you want to help our PR to be a media assistant?"
Ah.
So I would again have 2 jobs. In the day, I was media assistant
Yeah.
for MD Opera,
Right.
and at night I would go to
Rehearsal.
rehearsal. But it was such beautiful time.
Yeah.
Like again, I have no time to wash underwear and all that, like rehearsing and all that. I was like, like again, but this time it's so much different. This is passion.
Yes.
I just remember I have strong memories of, like, I would get to rehearsal because now no day job like it's kind of like different. I would get to, there was a place in Jalan Ruyong, Vision 4 punya space, where there was like a grand piano there for some reason.
Ooh.
And we rehearsed there at night. For M the Opera, during the whole rehearsal production, there was numerous rehearsal spaces that we used, and one of it was there. And Kier Rahman, the leading guy in the show, I remember there was one time I was just chilling out, I was just lying, like sprawling on the floor, waiting for the rehearsal to start. To actually start, and he was there early for his solo rehearsal and all that. He was practicing. He was going through singing his kasida, the Malay classic, and all the improv thing. I was just lying there and listening to, because his singing is really good.
Yeah.
And just telling myself like, hey, this is the life lah. So theatre, yeah, I have all these random pieces of memories that I remember. Even back in the days when I was rehearsing when I was on ensemble in Tosca. I was a chorus, Tosca, Puccini's Tosca, and like opera music, if you're not really into it, you need some time to really get into it. It was just like, I'm just singing a bunch of stuff that I don't understand. They're very good, they're the leading soprano, I'm just a lowly chorus member. But during the sitz prop, sitz prop is when the orchestra, when it's a kind of like you sit down, you don't do your stage blocking, you just sit and you just go through, it's a music rehearsal.
Right.
I just sat there because we have nothing to do with so much waiting time. As a chorus member, you sit there and somehow the music grows on you. The Tosca's aria, just listening to it a few times, and then that you go into a zone as the bystander. The music just grows on you, and you feel like, this is what being alive and doing music is all about. You just but it's a different kind of joy because you are not in that very stressful position as the soprano hitting the notes and getting the everything. These two incidents are like the reminder that I don't have to be the top. I just being part of the scene and doing, of course, as a chorus member you have your stress as well, singing properly and doing together. What you're supposed to do. But when you are by the I guess maybe that's why I love going to the theatre and just going to shows and watch and just being in the dark and forget things. Which is I think what people who knows how to live, they go to shows to partake in that living experience, that shared experience of being with the performers, even though they are the one under the light.
It's such a nice feeling. I love watching other people perform. That's how I started as well. And you always have something to take away with, and it helps you. Well, last time it was a learning experience. It's still learning, but now I get to enjoy it.
I love watching you on stage that day. I watched her doing, how many songs did you do? 3 or 4?
We did 4 songs.
The second night of the Malaysian Jazz Piano Festival, the 7th.
The 7th one.
I was like, oh my god, it's Jo singing! Oh my god! The arrangement and her whole aura. Okay, you were very big on stage, okay?
Okay.
I mean, as in aura.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And part of that was from you.
Thank you.
From people that I've influenced me. So much. So how was the transition into being a chorus girl, and then getting your own shows, doing your own thing?
Oh my god.
And then we need to get into the Shanghai Sisters, of course.
Yes.
And then how we met Mr. Chersiong.
The transition.
Yes.
there were, I suppose there are many transitions, like different little small turning points. As Mark Manson say, I mean, not in those words. He say people are always looking for those like milestones and like big changes. What are you? But all the changes doesn't come overnight. It comes in the most boring. It's in every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You accumulate, and then you're like, poof.
I guess so after I got into day job singing full time, I got my domain.com.
Yeah.
It basically just linked to my blogspot because of Weddings Malaysia. I wanted to advertise myself as a wedding singer with weddingsmalaysia.com, and they say, oh, you kind of need a .com, need a proper website so that we can, that's the requirement. So they hooked me up. Somebody helped me get a domain. So I guess I was one of the very first few freelance singers that all because I wanted to advertise in advertise in Weddings Malaysia.
Yeah.
And then I started doing gigs. Even up to now, I remember those years. I like pinching myself, like, really, these people that pay me to sing? Do I even know what the heck I'm doing? I went through a period of time where I'm like standing up there, very, what's the word, meekly singing, and then there's lyric stand, and sometimes I still need it, but I try not to work with it.
Yeah.
Just singing at events and dinners and not getting any attention. And then I asked myself, in some of the earliest dinner gigs I've done, I asked myself, is this really what it's all about? It's actually boring, because that was before I learned the switch over is like, if you're not enjoying yourself on stage, it's probably because you don't know the song well, you are reading lyrics, you're singing the lyric sheets, and you're not really performing. Why should people look at you?
Right.
You're the wallpaper.
Yeah. You're the background music lah.
Yeah. So Dennis Lau was one of the people that I met that actually Dennis Lau.
Yeah.
I remember there was one gig, but that was already when I kind of starting to be more showgirl on stage, as like someone who performs and entertains, I suppose the word is. And one of the corporate events that I've done, the client say, hey, there's this guy, he say he knows you all. Like, I don't know Dennis Lau. Then met him at the rehearsal. They say he asked whether he could join you for a few songs for the night. So we did, and I was like, wow, he's so cute, and he can write songs and play the piano. I'm like, what do I know? He sat me down. So we did, I think it was Sri Kakosa. We had a few gigs together. I remember one of our after gig conversations. He was like, he gave me a few tips about performing at events. He's like, never just leave, give your back to the audience for too long. And if you're cueing the musician to say you want to come in when up key, down key, chorus and all that, just do it very briefly and always attention to the audience and all that. And you must, so that's how you connect. And then I was like, oh, okay. So I was he just make me more aware, and so that everything is more heightened.
Right.
Yeah. Still, I was singing at corporate events and weddings.
Right.
And really how to transit to doing a lot of my own show is actually, how do you put it? It's a paradox. Just now I mentioned my partner, Simeng, and my partner, Justin, who was my boyfriend of 8 years.
Wow.
We broke up in between, but it was a short one, then we got back stronger. And because I learned so much from the breakup and all that. He Do you know? Do you know? Do you know Justin? Do you know? Or have you heard anything? Because okay, he was my partner of 8 years. He
Yeah.
was a biker, and those are his helmets. He passed away in 2010. We bought this place together.
Okay, I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
No. This is part of the whole
Ah,
how just pieces of history,
right.
and also his departure was actually quite instrumental. I mean, this is how I see it. You know, facts are facts, but you interpret it the way that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Of course, I've done my own gigs before, but
Yeah.
I feel that the turning point, it's then. It was then. Because we were like, people know that we were like tight. We were like the couple, but the reason why a lot of close friends also thought we were so adorable, because we spent a lot of our time doing stuff that we love separately. We're not clingy.
Yeah, right.
And back then, people from the scene, just friends or even people who barely know me, thinking they wanted to help me go through that very difficult period by distracting me with work and just throwing ideas at me like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this show and all that? And that was how I started. You know, 起 gig 你吃鸡了, like, yeah, he was the pillar.
Yeah.
He was my, like, the ground I walked on. Not because I needed him so much,
Yeah.
but when you lose something, you realize how important that.
Yeah.
He was still giving me monthly allowance, even though I was already singing for
Quite a while.
like 5 years already.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, it's okay. This is I'm not good with money. You save
You
this.
save for me lah.
You save for us
lah.
lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah.
when he was gone, like, the first thing that hit me, like, you know, when you after you bawl your eyes out and all that, and then you're like, now what? I have mortgage. I'm alone in this space, and like I have nobody. Like, you just feel like you're all alone.
Right.
Yeah. Even though I have friends who, like, they wouldn't leave me alone. They're like, oh my god, I'm so scared that I would jump from my 21st floor and like go cuckoo. They would give me food baskets and all that.
Yeah.
And
Food
also-
baskets.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Make
My
sure
friends
you
gave
eat.
me like food. It was it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to have real
Good
friends.
Yeah.
A few months later, like, I just say yes to things.
Right.
Like, I remember right after the funeral, I went straight into a short and sweet dance rehearsal. I was in a dance short and sweet that year.
Yeah.
I did short and sweet theatre 2010 with Nick Chu.
Wait.
Little Girl Lost.
Nick Chu.
Nick Chu.
Kevin. Oh no. Okay. No. Sorry.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
not that
Nick
one.
Chu, the composer, lyricist.
Right.
I just started to say yes to things, and my first No Black Tie solo gig was the year after. So it was like less than 12 months away. I just, it's intimidating. I have to email Evelyn and say, can I get a slot to my own show?
I know how you feel.
But Che Xiang was, of course, very encouraging.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how I decided that I would approach Evelyn to ask for my own gig and all that. But
Right.
yeah, Che Xiang, of course, had a lot to do with it, because he was going to play for me. So that first gig was Joel Wu and Che Xiang and Vincent Ong.
Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Wow.
Well, yeah, back in the days, I play with these people a lot.
Yeah.
Not so much with Joel, but like, Charles Wong, WVC.
Yeah.
The earlier members.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
How did that feel to get like your first? Sure.
I remember at some point when somebody was playing solo, I squat down. I squat down on because the audience are so close. Because the stage is so short, right?
Yeah.
I remember I squat down so that people can see the musicians
soloing?
playing.
Yeah.
就这样 laugh and he's like, oh, you 傻啦你，不要踎，好心人你唔使踎低嘅。It's like bloody own it.
Right.
And then he's like, don't apologize. Like,
Yeah.
Every time before I step on stage to do my solo gig in No Black Tie, it's always like death roll. Like, I don't know how my voice, I don't know whether I will puncture because I'm so nervous and all that. But if you are, I mean, now I can say that I know I'm born to do this.
Yes.
Yeah, after having done it and having gone through so many of the like near nervous breakdown and all that, and then when you step on stage, you get past that. Then you enjoy, and then you like start to tell stupid jokes and all that. Then you're like,
I'm home.
Yeah. And you're like, people are like that. Human are like that. You like, even I suppose the marathon, the ultra runners, they're like, oh no, they'll do another one of this, and then they're like,
but they still do it.
Yeah, the minute they finish,
what's my next one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think now I don't know if you feel the same way, but last time for me it was more. Every time when I get so nervous, it's like, you know. And then now, but it's like the nervousness is still there, but because we have the luxury of doing what we love, singing what we love, and playing with who we love,
Right.
It becomes I don't know how to describe it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I actually I don't, but are you saying like, do you feel like you're more able to use, you're more skillful in using that nervous energy to fuel the proneness?
Something like that, but also it's like the nervousness is just one part of it, and it belongs there as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people tell me like the nerves are important because it shows that you care.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I know for me, if the nerves are very bad, it means it stops my breath,
constricts,
and I'm just all over the place. So it's different for some people.
Right.
It's different for everyone.
Hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so many of those. Like especially if you're doing something that is very lyrical, classical singing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, speaking about that, how do you combat your nervousness, and also what are some of the vocal wellness things that you would do?
Wellness?
Yeah. Like, how do you take care of your voice?
Coming from someone who just lost her voice
What happened?
took me weeks to recover. Just a bug. But I stopped. I don't see losing my voice as because I didn't use my voice properly. It was just the lack of rest and a bug that it just hit there. It wasn't because I was shouting or screaming and all that. I was just I had a good month in December. I had back-to-back shows. It was a very good, busy month for the bookings. And I was just so silly that I didn't make sure I rest enough. So I was sleeping on the average like 4 to 5 a.m. almost every day through the whole month of December. But my voice held up. My body was, I was fine. I was singing, learning new songs, playing with different bands, happening, doing my social media and all, happening and all that. And boom, after my last show, I just like coughing a little bit, innocent little cough, and then boom, you wake up and like, and you're like,
That's it.
then
But isn't it amazing how your body knows, like, okay, let me go through this.
Yeah.
You know, like everything just works.
And then then it's hell
Oh,
because
no,
for the month of, but
January.
but I had gigs in January, so some of it I had to half crooked through it, and then I was recovering, but I was like just fighting with stress.
Right.
But I know hashtag these two shall pass. And my voice was actually not that bad. It just was delicate, and it took a longer time to fully recover, which I have also learned through this experience, that for voice to come back, this instrument, very diva, very fragile, it's just the way it is. It will take a long time. It just take a while to fully recover.
Right.
Yeah. Why are we talking about this?
Oh, just how do you
wellness.
take care, of yourself.
Rest.
Yeah.
And drink water. Cheers.
Water, yes, cheers.
And okay, Heli Lao Shi was reminding me to speak, and basically proper speaking and singing technique.
I struggle with that as well because I teach as well. So a lot of times I'm like talking from up here, everything is just up here. But whenever I'm aware, oh shoot, a bit tired, let me start using here. It just alleviates so much tension from your throat.
Like, okay, was I speaking from diaphragm?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, speaking is one thing, right?
I never learned how to speak properly.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah. I don't know, because we just speak, we just talk, and
I guess more engaged with your diaphragm is.
it's even though I've been singing, but I'm still very instinctive. Especially because I don't teach. So a lot of things we're doing instinctively, and I suppose if you lacking of awareness and you're not focused or think or even acquire the knowledge to breathe properly, you will sometimes injure yourself without knowing. So lack of. What other things?
Like, do you take any supplements? Do you take like?
I recently started taking, like I told you about the turmeric pills, and for the whole of last year, because a friend of mine, Sian, I was always getting the colds and all that. She said she swear by half a lemon every day, morning, warm water, like
Just
squeeze. Yeah. So I started doing that, and it made me feel good.
Yeah.
And true enough, when I did it long enough, whenever I catch a cold, it never
Stays around for too long.
it never stays long, and I never get like a full blown.
Oh.
So it was actually quite good through 2019
Right.
until December lah, when I was like
Everywhere.
sleep at 5 a.m. lah.
It's so funny.
I mean, I don't even know whether it's related to the
Right.
5 a.m. sleep, but
It might, I think so.
yeah, like.
Yeah. 'Cause otherwise, like your body has a weird way of telling you, like, okay, you
Yo.
need to stop now.
Yeah.
This is too much. Like, I cannot support you anymore. Yeah.
So, yeah, because I'm also a part-time amateur advocate for cooking your own food,
Yeah.
like cooking at home and eating
Healthy.
fresh and whole food. So the voice, we're talking about healthcare for the voice. Yeah, I would
Or just
say it's
overall
rest.
in general.
Because it's all connected. The health of your gut, the voice. I would say to use the voice properly, and but I can't. I'm not a belter thing. Like I remember talking to Zalina about like, oh, I can't sing. I'm always like I have a problem singing. My head and chest. I can go low.
Yeah.
I can do the high.
Yeah.
But my transition is not smooth, and my vocal producer for my second album, Jia Jia, say like, oh, if you have to learn to 用那个真声怎么讲 the real voice
声音
声音那个怎么 I don't know how to explain. You teach, so maybe you can
maybe we call it chest voice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my chest voice is weak.
Huh?
See, okay, I don't even know.
Oh.
But my last singing teacher, Gui Lan 老师,
Oh.
yeah, she doesn't name this, like she doesn't place the voice by
Yeah.
saying this is head, this is
This
falsetto,
mix,
this
or-
yeah. She's
yeah.
like, whatever you want to go, you just aware it's like going up the stairs
Ah.
and stay connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Man.
Winnie Ho also has a clever way of. She calls it like pipe, but she has a pipe. She calls that like the belakang pipe where
Yes.
it's more holding, more bel canto stuff, and also the front one that is more maybe using more
Here.
mask. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a bit more friendly and present and more contemporary, I suppose. But she's like, don't mix your pipes like suddenly from front go to like
Yeah.
it's a bit seasick. Gives me a bit seasick.
Mix your pie.
Mixing your pipe. She didn't say it like that, but that was how I would remember.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So, I mean, speaking of vocal producer, like, what made you, record your first album, and what was your intention, and where can people find your music? Yeah.
Ooh, must
Yes, yes.
advertisement.
Yes, get it. Plug time.
Last time.
Yeah.
She used my.
She's back. Man.
Last time. Gongsi Designs and my trophy from Yuxiejiang.
Wow.
This
Wait,
is-
was this for
This is for Cinnabar Rouge
oh man.
for best album design.
It looks like a book.
It is a book.
Oh
Man,
man.
I have so many human stories to tell about all this. This is first
Yes,
album,
please.
also by Gongsi Design. It's like an origami.
It's so cute.
Okay, how and why and all that.
Yeah. Man.
I was playing with Charles Wong a lot
Yeah.
for gigs, the drummer, and he's also a pianist.
Yeah.
Amazing. One time, I can't remember, we were driving back off to an outstation show. I think I was driving and he was like, hey, you never. He's like, hey, 我同你講啊，你冇記得啦。我諗過 He's like, why don't you think about, hey, you can make your own album. He's like, I'm like, well, why should I? He's like, you have the resources, you know, arrangers,
Yeah.
like Che Xiang, you have good musicians around you,
Yeah.
you have the network, and you have the music, you have the repertoire. You can think about it and plan and work towards it, and it can elevate your status as just a function singer. Yeah. I always think it's such a weird term, function singer, but it's a term we use here.
Yes.
Sing at functions.
Yeah. What even is functions?
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
what the hell? Yeah, function. This chair functions quite well. Yeah. This function as a
It's a
headrest.
pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and he was being practical and very just pragmatic, thinking as a whole production thing. He said, you can, when you have your own album, you're a recording artist.
Yes.
You can quote and charge clients differently, and it's just basically up your profile and your whole
Yes.
portfolio, and bringing you to a different ball game. I was like, really? Whoa! So that idea sat there, and then I started after I did my first. Oh, this is all kind of like jumbling up because making album, because Restless Heart has 6 originals, and how these originals came about also have something to do with Justin and Che Xiang and all that, and Zalina, one of my best friends in music, who's given me a lot of support and pep taught me remotely from Australia,
Oh wow.
like and Thailand back in the days. she said, write songs.
Yeah.
Saida Rastam also encouraged me. This is after Justin's passing. And she said, if it makes you feel better, you want to come and make music, just come over to my house. So I went to her place, and I always enjoyed writing, but not in the form of writing song lyrics, but that life incident and all the emotions and knowing people and all that, it's just it made me write.
Yeah, yeah.
And not questioning whether it's good enough until it was time to go into the album and all that.
Yeah.
And of course, Che Xiang is always there. He offered the same thing. I remember after the accident, I guess he didn't know what to do, but he sent me a text and say, if it makes you feel any better, or I don't know, if at all it's anything, come over. Yeah, so these composers and musicians, they said, just come over and make music. Yeah. So I wrote songs. I started writing songs with Che Xiang. It's funny to even call that writing, because I just pen words. Text, and I didn't come up with a melody. And he had to make it work. And Nick Chu also write songs for me and all that. So I have this repertoire waiting to be produced or waiting to be recorded, and then Charles talked to me about. So I put all this together, and of course the person I naturally go to was to ask Che Xiang, because he knows how to put things together.
Yes.
For albums.
He's a genius.
Yeah, so I remember after one gig at the venue, 2012, I said, hey,
The venue.
boss, the venue, Pavilion.
The corner
Yeah. You've been there, right?
Yes.
I say, boss, tonight after gig we go for a drink. I want to ask you something. I want to.
I want to.
No. Yeah. I say, yeah. I don't know why. Because back then it was like a big thing. I was scared and all that. So I asked him whether he would help me make album. He's like, of course. I was like, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, yeah. We were already
Very 理所当然 like that, right?
对
Yeah.
而且那时候我们也 we have been working together for already years. We are already friends.
Yeah. Isn't it beautiful how music just connects us all? And
Exactly.
yeah.
This planet of human beings.
Yeah.
Just human beings, not musicians, not artists, but just humans.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then what came, how was that process like, making your first album?
Oh my god. Oh, this links to another experience, another I suppose memorable experience. Memorable experiences, not necessarily always good or happy ones, but I find that each time lives or the universe or whatever you call that throw shit at me, something amazing came out of it.
Yeah.
So I have these songs, and then I asked him to help me make an album, and then Roger Wang gave me my first jazz festival gig. It was 2013, and so with this, I asked Che Xiang to arrange for that festival. Before that, there was another person who was very instrumental in shaping my solo gigs portfolio. Is Yi Jing. Yes, Hin Yi Jing.
Yeah.
The coolest dude from
Cheras
Cheras.
boy.
The coolest. He was in 2012. He played and arranged a lot of songs for me to do my Shanghai Jazz songbook tour. I call it lah, kononnya tour from PJ to Damansara Heights to KL.
Far enough what? Can what?
No puchong only.
Well, a bit too far.
Yeah, so I have a certain level of confidence in doing covers and doing the Shanghai jazz stuff, and also there's the show tunes. And then Chiu Xiang arranged for me for that KK Jazz Fest.
Nice.
So I have this stuff enough to build an album slowly lah. And in 2013, in 2013, something, was it 2014, 2013, I had like a bout of depression for months that I couldn't work around it. I didn't know what was happening to me. I just remember I think it was 2013 that I had a very happening beginning of the year. I had a lot of gigs. I was doing classical gigs with with Evelyn's sister, Maylin. I was doing a lot of these gigs.
Maylin is Evelyn's sister.
Yeah, Maylin He, amazing.
Oh
pianist.
man, I
Yeah.
saw her last year before. Yeah.
And beautiful. I love her wardrobe too. And how old.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Happening.
Yeah, very happening. But there was something very funny in my energy. Like,
Yeah.
I was very snappy. I was moody. And
It
that
wasn't PMS.
yeah, no, I don't get PMS one.
Oh.
And second half of that year, there was a very slow time. Like my phone stopped ringing. I was like, no gigs. And then so I went into this weird crying a lot. I was like, oh my god, maybe this is the universe punishing me from bouncing back. Maybe I wasn't mourning grief over Justin long enough. Just stupid, silly and clueless. Just get lost. I was just lost. Like maybe I was like,
牛角
对对对，而且
Yeah.
觉得是 is it because I wasn't like I panic over like maybe I'm not relevant anymore in the gigs, like will I stop, people stop wanting me to sing, what will I do, I have no money because this is hands to mouth, this is my only job
Yeah.
thing. And that was also the time I had a cat then. My cat was also going cuckoo.
Huh? How?
After my housemate moved out, Chelsea,
Oh.
my cat was Chelsea Ng was my housemate.
Man,
Yeah.
Small world.
Yes, that room there. So the cat was all alone. I was going cuckoo. My cat was going cuckoo. She started scratching and attacking my parents when they come to visit.
Oh my
and
God.
It was very scary.
Yeah.
I was crying and I was like, do you know what to do? I was like, then I started reading up lah, like on like how do you know when you're depressed? And then that's how I got to know David Foster Wallace and his articles on depression.
Right,
He said
right.
depression makes you a better person. Because when you are very heightened, very aware of things, it
Right.
makes you appreciate. Yes. Eventually, I had to get rid of my cat. It's a long story. Maybe it takes another. Yeah, I was very sad. I realized, it all connected. The cat, I was stressed about the cat. I tried to, I looked for solutions, and then eventually, the Gasing vet listened to my problem. I took Thursday. My cat was called Thursday. Took it there, and this is not a health thing. Your cat has a behavioral issue, and if you want to help her, we don't have the expertise here to help you. You might need to engage a behavioral
For cat?
animal doctor, and it's in Sydney.
Ah.
So it was going to be like a lot of emails and sending videos to them and all that.
Yeah.
I was like, Peter Ong, who got me to adopt the cat, finally told me like, if you are really struggling with the cat, just bring her back to the house where he adopted her from. And he said she'll be fine here. There'll be people to take care of her, feed her, and all that. Just that there'll be other cats there too. It's like
In
a
an
bungalow
area.
house where a lot of the beautiful atas stray cats hang out. But people there feed them.
them,
There's food,
yeah.
because. So I took Thursday back to the house, and I kind of like, I was all alone. No housemate, no cat. And this sofa was where she used to live. I changed everything, and there was suddenly a kind of clarity. And also my depression was coming to an end, and making that album, decided to start making the album help really just everything, clear everything. I gave the cat up 2014 Chinese New Year time, and I talked to Che Xiang about start recording then one song, and he's like, no,
What do you mean
it's
one song?
cheaper.
Yeah.
Like the album, because I was like, oh, wait one more year and stuff like that. No, cheaper to do everything. In fact, by end of 2014, you can come out already.
Yeah.
You know him lah, right?
Yes,
Okay, boleh啊，可以的，觉得其实这个就呀，
就这样。
原味就可以了嘛。I said that it was Publica Plan B. Really? Really? Yeah. Okay.
Okay
Take your word for it. Okay. 我就听你的。
Yeah.
Once you make a decision and decided to do something, your emotions and your whole spiritual being just have it. Your universe just adjust. It will adjust itself to align to your intention. Wow.
Yes. I believe it.
Yeah.
Because that was what happened to me when I came back. Yeah. But anyways, yeah.
I should interview you.
No.
But I have to learn how to interview people first.
No. And then, so that whole year was just that rest of the year was focusing on creating your first album.
Yeah, recording and like, I worked with Song Fan. Song Fan was the vocal producer for Restless Heart. It's a very difficult album because it was my first. I had no clue how to sing in the
Recording
studio, and what more, singing my own originals is definitely a territory that is so like I'm unfamiliar, and yet that was the one thing that was going to start first. It's weird. It's like totally impractical, but
it works
I'm
out.
not a practical person.
Yes.
So it's very special project. So much struggle and all that. And I recall another little bit of part of history that contributed and also was part of the solution for that depression that year. I had a lot of struggle with communicating my shortcomings to musicians and to my music director Che Xiang, that I was struggling to sing his arrangement well. I think a lot of singers have the same complaint. His arrangement very tough. His composition, I was like, I suck, and I was like,
Right.
I always bringing it back to myself, thinking, no, I should try and practice and do this better, so I don't 不要辜负他的编曲嘛，因为觉得很好嘛。
Yeah.
So I just took it upon myself like, 是咯，我不好咯，我不厉害唱咯，我不懂咯。
Oh no.
So it contributed to that very dark,
Right.
to like
Very
just,
negative.
very negative, putting myself down, and
Yeah.
like just didn't know what to do. So so I was like cry a lot. Eventually I don't know what was my dorongan.
Right.
Dorongan to eventually I wrote Che Xiang a really long email to tell him how I feel, that sometimes I feel bullied. It's actually all just me.
Right.
And I feel like I don't know how to do things and don't know how to communicate, and then because this is an inferiority complex because I can't read.
Right.
So I feel I have to listen to the musicians. And because when I couldn't do certain things, when I don't know how to, as a vocalist, I didn't know how to communicate and direct and tell them like, hey,
I want
this is what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike people who
Yeah.
learn it.
Yeah,
Like-
in the musical sense, right?
Yeah, they can say no, this is not the, this tempo is, I just can't instruct
Right.
technically and more professionally and all that. And
Right.
he was very kind. He just replied and say, don't worry about this, or like just tell me out in the open if you find something that's really hard, you can't do it, then we change things around, and if a certain arrangement is not working out for you,
Fix one, yeah.
so chill, man.
Yeah. That's just chill, man. Yeah.
Look at that, the photo, like,
Oh my god.
I show you.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. You see,
As a
that's just young.
That's just on the cue. This is 2014.
Oh wow. Does he have a copy of this?
Yeah, this
nice.
is Hong Yi's photo.
Oh wow.
Hocus pocus, malus locus.
I cannot. Yeah. Yeah. So he was very
No, he.
kind and
Yeah, I
generous.
mean, you see the problems, the negativity, and all that is. A lot of times it's very self-inflicted.
Yes.
I mean, really, people really don't go out of their way to harm you and to
Right.
want to put you down and all that. A lot of time it's self-inflicted because of, not because we do it on purpose, but
Yeah.
because of
We get so,
circumstances, because we just have blockages.
yeah, and we get so sucked in our own little bubble from our perspective. It's like
Right.
没有
对对对，我们
yeah,
just
cannot.
we in the box. So which is why what you're doing,
Right.
making friends and making conversations. Yeah, I believe in talking to strangers and talking
Right, and I love that one-on-one thing. You know, like not like
distracted with like
yeah, and the remote thing. Yeah, you can do it over Skype or whatever. But
Oh, I love.
like-
I have great conversations over chats.
oh really?
Yeah, with
Like what?
like I don't know, messengers or WhatsApp messengers. With musicians and friends.
Oh.
Like I can have very in depth with certain friends. Like like big talk,
Right.
not small talk thing.
Right, right. I cannot do it over this. For me cannot. I have to really sit down and listen. Yeah, for me lah. But I love that. I mean, I guess for that avenue, you can really take a look at something, at an idea, and you can think about it.
Yes.
Process
I suppose I'm a visual person because how you compose verbally
Yeah.
and also over text,
it. Right.
writing a written form, it changes how you communicate.
Right.
Yeah. So
For
I
sure.
am. So I guess for me, a more natural and a more proficient way for me was actually through written form. So when I started Cakap Banyak and also
Yeah, that's so cool.
thank you,
What made you?
because I just wanted to learn how to speak in front of camera better,
Right.
more cohesive
Ah.
and not go all over the place. I still do,
Right.
but so I force myself to, because whenever sometimes at work you have to speak either on TV or like camera or even radio. Just speaking live
Right.
was such a challenge.
Right. Made you like overthink or not or blank out or like
Yep. Or like 怎么讲啊舌头打结
yeah. Your tongue is like all twisted and
I suppose it's a brain thing. It forces your brain to work and differently.
Yeah.
Wait, why are we talking about this?
Well, I mean, are there any plans to do more music? Oh, okay, two things. Where can we find your music? Is it online or is it in stores? And also, are there any more plans to record more?
Yes,
Yes.
CD never dies.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know where the third album is going to sell and how and all that. But
Yeah.
even the Shanghai Sisters, we are going to make second album and all that.
Nice.
both albums, my solo albums,
Mm-hmm.
are on iTunes and Spotify.
Nice.
Yeah. This whole album is on Spotify and iTunes.
Right.
For Cinnabar Rouge,
Yeah.
there are 2 to 3 songs I did not upload on Spotify because I thought, leave a bit mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
If you want it, come by me, like that. Yeah.
But of course, I'm selling the physical copies. The back of my car and out of my handbag wherever I go.
The best way.
Yeah, and also, of course, whenever I gig.
Yeah, definitely.
I have some copies here and there where I can't remember. I think Watercolor Bakery in Mont Chiara
Oh,
have my
nice.
copies.
Where's that? Watercolor?
Oh, it's a very nice bakery and cafe.
Oh.
Meridian, Mont Chiara. Just, wasted.
Yeah. There.
Watercolor
Right.
Bakery and cafe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hojia.
Hoja. Okay.
Hoja.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think WVC albums are there too. I second half of last year I started talking to Che Xiang about doing the third album. That was after he got me to go on City Plus FM to
Yes.
that show, the 客人来.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was like a just vocal and piano.
Yeah.
So the third album would be a vocal and piano only. Very scary.
Intimate.
Yeah, very scary. But this came because Joey from Penang,
Yeah.
Wildflower CD shop boss,
Mm-hmm.
he listened to the City Plus recording
Yeah.
and he texted me. He's like, "Oh my God, 大家姐, I'm older than him, of course." He's like, he said you should do this more or like record. I was like, really? I didn't listen to the recording. I was like, 录了我就想算了，
算了。
很恐怖啦，一定很恐怖的啦。不要听，我就去听那个 podcast. I mean,
Yeah.
the recording and the video actually.
Right.
And it has that kind of. Okay, first of all, I'm not the biggest fan of my own voice.
Right.
Singing voice. I suppose a lot of singers have the same
Yeah. I feel
same
you.
complex. I'm always like, 哇，好听哦，这个声音
Yeah.
只有 control，只有那个 texture, color.
Yeah.
But the same thing as how you appreciate your body, your own body as your
Right.
face. With age, as you age, you learn to really just love what you have. But when I play back that recording, that video, it has a kind of warm and I just don't know how to describe it.
Like an intimate feeling. Like, is
Yeah,
it
very
like a-
intimate, and also there was I suppose a sense of honesty because 因为就是在那边录的嘛 raw 对，而且他们没有 mix 的嘛，他们没有 post production, CD Plus 就这样放的嘛。
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm like, this maybe is the catalyst of me doing the most scary thing, and also it's a coming of age thing. But like I'm like, what do I have got to lose?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I had this idea, I'm like, Again, Che Xiang asked him like, what do you think of this? He's like, 做 okay. And then he got excited. He's like, okay, yeah, I think maybe I can we can share the album. Share. So I was like, whoa, like he can co-produce with me. That means maybe sharing the cost or like just as in a partner and not just my hired help as the I was like,
That's
and then
amazing.
we start talking about songs and then of course the Shanghai Sisters was also getting very busy. So we're like, okay, this will take
a
the
back
back
seat
seat.
first,
Yeah, of course. The
yes.
Shanghai Sisters is what I need to focus first.
Right. I mean, because that's your income, that's your
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also you don't want to rush into letting two divas take all of your time.
Right,
You have
right.
to 做这个先，然后慢慢做那个。
back.
对对对。
Yeah.
It's more fair for both projects anyway.
Right. Yeah. So I think we can wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's good.
I think this is a nice space to wrap it up.
Thank you.
So can you tell people where your Instagram is, where we can watch Shanghai Sisters live?
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, everyone is always asking.
Yeah.
We don't have enough live. Okay, I'm on Instagram.
Yes. So Dr. Lee.
So Dr. Lee.
Yes.
Because music is the medicine for the soul. So we musicians are the doctors.
Yeah.
So
the
Dr.
soul.
Lee, or I think you just search Janet Lee. I think should come up. And Facebook is Janet Lee Music, or just Janet Lee.
Yeah.
And I used to have I have Twitter account which I don't
Yeah.
not active,
Yeah.
and YouTube is Janet Lee also.
Yeah.
Is
So it's
So-
JANETLEE.
JANETLEE, Bruce Lee's sister.
Huh?
Janet, not Jackson.
Yes.
And-
As ferocious.
And Spotify and iTunes.
Also Janet Lee.
Yeah. Or if you, because these are albums, so just search for Restless Heart
Yes.
and Cinnabar Rouge. Maybe I should tell them why Cinnabar Rouge.
Yeah, yeah.
Cinnabar is the 这个主料. Cinnabar is the type of chemical that ancient Chinese people used to use it to make 这个叫什么腌制啊? Yeah.
Rouge. Yeah,
Rouge.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
rouge is of course French word for red.
Right.
And this is a red album because it's Chinese, Shanghai jazz.
Yeah.
The album has 2 Malay oldies
Nice.
and 2 originals
Yeah.
and half a French song. Because that's why I call this the Shanghai Jazz Fantasy Project. Fantasy because very fantasy because 学生讲那个马来歌也放进去吧。干嘛呢？这个不是 Shanghai Jazz 吗？
Right.
Why not? Rojak Malaysian.
Malaysian.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So 我就放进去。So Cinnabar Rouge is because Hong Yi gave me the idea of, because I say its second album is a Shanghai Jazz dedicated to Shanghai Jazz, so it's Chinese, and so he's like, but it's jazzy. The jazzy treatment is it's a very Western thing, and you have a bit of that. So Rouge is a French word, and it's a red album, and Cinnabar also kind of mean red, but it's but the idea is he say it's something beautiful but dangerous because Cinnabar they realize putting too much is poison. It's poisonous. Something beautiful but poisonous. So giving that sense of danger and excitement.
Can see but cannot touch.
And listen, but you must learn how to let go. But the whole, if you are interested, the whole design concept and why
It's
all-
beautiful.
thank you. You have to. You can check out the YouTube
Yes.
video call.
Yes. I'll link everything in the description box also so people can check it out. Yeah.
Because I talk about how the concept came about.
Right. Please send this to me. It's amazing.
Oh, it's called Cinnabar Rouge by Janet Lee, behind the scenes of photo shoot, because here I talk about how the visual concept work.
Right. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. 恭喜 design.
Yes. Okay, so whatever it is, I'll link everything in the description box.
It's more than an hour. It's 1.5 hours, my goodness.
Yeah.
Cakap banyak.
But this is the space.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Thank you. Why cakap banyak?
Yes.
Cakap lagi, tak boleh stop. Because Justin used to call me and my girlfriends from the theater.
Yeah. Because cakap banyak.
You are the cakap banyak girls. The cakap banyak. He would hang out with us sometimes, and he just sit in the corner.
And
Yeah, he's the giant at the corner that just.
and then when
But we have age. I mean, we call that bunch of girls is called the ditvits.
the what?
Ditty vitties. Ditty means song.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember vitty means what. It's kind of like
Ditvits.
yeah. So we call ditvits. Sounds a bit like ditzy heads. Ditheads. Yeah. So Zalina, Bibi Adam, Cheryl Tay, Callista, Chua, Nicole and Thomas,
Yeah.
Trudy Ganendra. Oh my
Man.
God! All the theater, but we got connected together. We got connected because we were a chamber choir female thing with Yap Cheng Mei, the choir mistress.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a different world.
Yeah, it's like I have many lives, those past lives,
Right.
but we're still in touch, and we are now we're not so loud.
Yeah.
We talk and listen. Last time we just all talking at once. Cakap banyak.
More energy.
Now 老了.
No.
Drink water, drink water.
Now gracious already. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I really appreciate your time and you talking to, you know, like I don't know.
Thank you for giving me this space to cakap banyak.
Yes. Anytime.
And very close to heart topics, and
yeah.
for giving this space for us to connect and to connect with more people.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
And for me, this is something that money cannot buy. So, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright.
Stay like this.
Yeah. Hope so. But I just need to do something about the video, and some people are like, "It's too long." I'm like, but that's the whole point of long form conversation.
Guys, TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, wow, this is propaganda. I really don't know, but I really do fear. I have a lot of fear for the future.
Right.
Like with the kind of attention span, and also the speed and the pace of living that we like. People know about the slow food culture and all that. People are trying to slow down, but really,
Yeah.
there's a lot. I mean, even myself, I have to learn to breathe, the breathe slower. And,
Breathing.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I still read books and really
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That seriously, I don't know. Like, there is what great things can come in the form of really really short and quick things. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you want quick flash. I mean, the minute you shit, your
you smell gone.
yeah, the smell gone. But not everything in life.
Has to be that.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, a lot of good things really comes with time.
Yeah. Yeah. And we always want to rush. And also, like, for our careers, like, we always say, oh, when can I be like that? That was me. And I was like, hustling. And then, at one point, it was like, and when I was all by myself in Boston, like, figuring out if I should stay or should come back, it really hit me like, what am I doing? What am I trying to achieve? And where is it that I want to get to?
Because you were waiting like, oh, when is this? This is
Thing.
what I want, and
Yes.
like when does this happen?
Yeah, when is
Like-
it gonna hit me in my face and be like, oh, you know? Yeah, so, yeah, a lot of introspective stuff.
Right.
But on that note, thank you again.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And we thank you.
Did you hug Chia Xiang?
No.
Ch-
You know. So, thank you for listening. And also, well, yeah.
Advertisement for you. Sorry, where do you? This is on your channel, and I know
Yes.
YouTube, right?
Yes, this is only on YouTube for now because I'm trying to really, you know, but YouTube for now is called Music Nation under Music Nation Speaks. Yeah. So
This is Music Nation Speak.
we are Music Nation Speaks.
We are nation.
Yeah. All right, till next time. Bye.
Thank you.